Hello everyone. Back today with a Shiranui deck profile for standard. Given the new ban list coming into effect on the 3rd, I believe it is, which is Monday. Um, it's very important to talk about this for any Shiranui players, given that Furai has been put to 1. Don't really know why. It's 3 to 6 months too late. Uh, doesn't help with any of the top decks, but here we are. So I'll quickly go over my deck profiler, my deck log. So we've got the Shiranui deck, the Shiranui Ride line that we must play. So we've got the starter, the Crest Giver, Genkai, and then Oboro himself. So beforehand, if you saw my other deck log, I don't remember if I did or not, but I don't think I had Virenas Esperadias in it. But given as Furai is now at 1, I have elected to put Varenas in there as another restander, because we've got Sekiai at 4, so this is just more restanders. It doesn't gain power because we don't have any original dresses in the deck, but it at least enables us to have more attacks. Also helps with Blyovorce. This then will gain 15k shield if we have a Varina in hand to reveal, which does come up. It does come up quite a lot. So we've got 3 and 3. You don't want too many because they can just rot in your hand. And like only one Furai, but it is the best restander. Sekie is better. So it is the worst of the restanders we have. So you don't want too many, but it can at least pay for Stride by itself if we must. 2 more Oberos, just if we need to go into Mukuro. If we need to go into Mukuro. I've got 2 of this guy. Um, 2, oh my goodness, sorry. Uh, so people I have seen play him at more than 2, but just because of deck space, I don't feel like you really have him. You have the capacity to do it. He also helps with early game, the anti-aggression of early games. If people are trying to rush you down, you can start to snipe their stuff because uh, ever since G, Shiranui has just never really had an early game presence. So this just helps with that. He gives you soul, he goes to 15, and if you do somehow soul charge the one Furai off of that, you can at least bring it back. Or if you don't need the thing you soul charge, if you don't need the thing you soul charged, or there's no there's no Shenri in soul already, you can just kill the thing, kill one of their guys. We've got 4 Sekie as the, I guess now technically best restander because we've got 4 of it. It's locked to GB2 to get all the stuff, but it's still okay, I guess. Unfortunately, just the one Furai, still really, really good, but yeah. We've got 4 Brachiophores, again for the early game counterplay, especially against Raziel's and Levy dresses. They can just run you down, and this will help. I know that against the Raziel's, they can just bring back whatever you kill off it, but you're forcing them to bring back something that they may not want to, or you just getting rid of something off board that they can't afford to bring back. It also helps cycle itself. It'll, on the death of it, you draw a card, and it can help clean up the board early game if, I don't know, it can just help clean up the board if you need empty rearguard circles. We've got 3 PGs, which are thankfully being reprinted as promos for the Shotodoji players next month. We only have 3 Karakitsunes. 4 definitely with this lineup. three of this guy and three of this becomes way too much. You have way too many stride fodders, but you still want to see him enough that if you do need to commit a Virina to the board, you can stride with him, and you need to, and just so you can see him enough that if you need to go fetch one of your other Oberos, you can do so. We've got 410 Ray. I was initially playing him at 3. I don't remember what the other ratios were, but when he was at 3, he just didn't feel like he was coming up enough. You would see him, and then you would maybe see him early game, and you'd feel forced to discard him to ride because you would have like a Furai or another Obero and just no Karogetsunes or Karakatsune instead of something else. Um, and you would just end up missing up on this all this card draw that this card supplies for you. Uh, but with 4, it's you have that more comfortable play of being able to discard one early game for riding, and you feel more comfortable about being able to see it again, see an additional copy throughout the game. 4 Shenris, 3 Shenris, sorry, it was initially at 4, but against good players, they just will not leave an empty board. You have to go out of your way to kill their board. Um, and I know we have a normal order that can trigger it, but it's a regardless piece. You only get one normal order in the deck. Uh, so 3 is the best for the early game stuff because after your opponent hits 3, this is just never going to proc. They're just never going to let it. For the triggers, we've got the red OT. Given as we're not allowed to play the Dragon Empire OT, this does a good simulation of it. Giving one of your rearguards the red text to be able to stand again afterwards. There is an argument to play purple OT, especially if Furai goes to damage zone. You can get it back, like it's a heal 1, and you get the Furai back, and you can call Furai. Furai then gains 10k, but that feels a bit too niche compared to what this card can give you. So like, maybe it needs a bit more testing, the purple OT, but I do like this one over it just because it simulates the Dragon Empire OT. We've got 4 crits because we get triple drive, just more chance. Sorry, 8 crits because we get triple drive, just more chances of seeing them. And you don't really need draw triggers in the deck, given as again you've got triple drive. Uh, Tenrai draws, Shenri will cycle herself, Brachioforce cycles itself, uh, Blyoforce cycles itself. You don't really need draw triggers. Fronts, we've got 3 fronts. This is actually very important if, because of the new going, well, it's not even really new, it's been around for a while, but when you are going first now, well, hold on. Before you mulligan, you decide who's going first or second. If you are told you're going second and you see one of these in your opening hand, you want to keep this before you mulligan because this helps so much. Heal triggers. I only play one non-normal, one non-vanilla one, and it's this one because you want to elect to go second because you're stride. Um, So because of that, your opponent's grade will be higher than yours, and especially now as well with Harry and Night Rose being released in the format, even more stride decks. And on the off chance that there's like a Bastion or Magnolia, or especially Seraph, Seraph Snow is it's not quite like B tier, but it's just like it's just up there enough that you will see it every now and then. So this can help. It becomes 20k card. We've got Sanctitude because Sanctitude's busted. And we've got Caliburn. So obviously, Pot of Greed is really, really good regardless of what game it's in. Drawing 2 is good, but the putting it to soul and countercharge 1 is so important for the deck because you will run out of soul, especially on a Mukuro turn. You will run out of soul, and you will run out of counterblast with Genkai, Magen Tenbu, Tenreis, this guy as well. If you need to start popping your opponent's rear guards, you will run out of counterblast. So the resource management one is so much more important. Then obviously we've got for Mukuro and for Magen Tenbu. Once we get the new order, that's the order promo that's coming out in about a month or so, I might do an updated video because it might change the deck a bit. Um, Not quite sure, haven't done a lot of testing with it. But yes, that should be the deck. Here is the deck log, 7BF3N, if you would like to take a closer look at it on your own time. But yes, that is my updated Shiranui deck profile for the upcoming ban list. Okay then, thank you everyone for watching. Bye bye!